Okay, so boom. Or as Griselda would say, boom, 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 boom. I know a lot of y'all can read and you clicked on this video for a reason. So with no further ado, today we're talking about the Air Jordan 3 White Cement Reimagined. These are even better in person than the pictures I've been gawking at for the past few weeks. It's supposed to be like an aged Jordan 3, like you purchased these back in 1988, before most of us were alive. But you see the off-white there on the midsole, making it look a bit older. Many people are already calling this the sneaker of the year. Now we do have to take that with a grain of salt because it's only March. Kanye is probably cooking something up in his lab as we speak, and there's new Jordans that drop every single week, so who knows? He may have something that is going to top these. But anyway, we're gonna get into all the features of the Jordan 3 White Cement Reimagined. We're gonna talk about details, we're gonna talk about sizing, controversy, all of that. But let's go ahead and start it off with the pricing. These released on March 11th for a retail price of $210 US via the SNKRS app. In order to have access to this release, you had to have taken L's on the previously released free throw line threes and the very recent shot drop of this pair. Me and taking L's go hand in hand, so this was an easy W for me. I had no idea what to even expect because I never get through on SNKRS app. So I was just staring at the screen forever after it said that I got them. Now, a lot of people might be turned off by that price tag, $210 for a pair of sneakers. It's pretty insane. You could be putting your money towards a lot of other things. In a perfect world, Jordans would definitely be a little bit less, maybe like 175 would be perfect, but I think there will always be people who are willing to pay that 200, so it's kind of just the way that it is. But if you do really want a pair of Jordans and you're not able to foot that $200, there are a lot of pairs that don't exactly sell out and don't necessarily have the hype. So if you do look at them on the secondary market after their initial release, you can find a lot of them going for under retail and you might be able to get them for $150, $175. I don't know if that'll be the case with these threes, but you will see that with a few recent releases. Anyway, that's enough about the pricing. Let's go ahead and check out the details of the Jordan 3 White Cement Reimagined. I guess it makes sense to check out the box first. It's an aged version of that black Jordan box with the Jordan Jumpman logo and the cement print on the bottom. This is all going along with that reimagined theme. It's like you went into your parents' attic and found an old pair of Jordan 3s from 1988. These white smudges on the box are supposed to be like aging that's going on, but if you look real close, it's just like digital pixelations they placed on there. I guess that could be cleaner, but we're all here for the sneakers, right? It doesn't really matter what's going on with the box. Now, starting off with the base of the Jordan 3, you have some sturdy tumbled white leather and a smooth white leather wrapping around the lower portion of the base. This also has stitching stretching across the panels on the lateral and medial sides. As soon as you take these out the box, you can tell that it's great quality. I feel like I do have to say that because I was just hating on the pricing for Jordans, but you definitely get your bang for your buck. There's some brands out there giving you way less in the quality department and still charging upwards of $200. So I guess you do have to appreciate what Jordan is giving you here with these threes. Moving on, you have some perforated white leather at the bottom of the tongue, as well as on this middle section of the eyelets. Red TPU on these rings at the bottom for the laces to go through, and a black TPU set here at the ankle. I do appreciate the perforated leather here on the tongue. There's a lot of leather on the shoe, and at some point your feet are gonna be begging for some air, so that always comes in handy in making sure that your feet don't smell crazy. Initially, your feet will just smell like chemicals because yeah, because this just smells like chemicals. It's a great smell. It smells like you just walked into a salon in a mall in Florida, like Sawgrass Mall or something. Of course, you have that red Jumpman Jordan logo here at the tip of the tongue. At least it should be Jordan. If you have Zion on there, you gotta flip them immediately. And you have that red on the rear of the tongue. You have this red foam insole that reads Nike Air on it. Next, let's swing these to the rear. Now this is a must for a lot of Jordan coppers. You got the Nike Air displayed here on the rear tab, and that aged cream color that they're using here definitely hits with the black Nike Air over it. I just think that cream color works overall with this color scheme. There's not too much going on here. You have a lot of white on the base. You have your cement, that gray and black, and then you just have red as an accent color. So it all just flows together really well. Now sliding down at the rear, you have that cement that I just mentioned. This has been a topic of controversy for a lot of people who have purchased the Jordan 3 white cement. A lot of people have been showing issues with quality control on their pairs. Some people have wider stretch marks in the cement on the lateral side than it will be on the medial side. Again, quality control has been sketchy on this pair, so I hope that your pair was perfect, you specifically, the person watching this. And you do have more cement here at the toe, and it does look to be fine on both of mine. Moving back to the rear, underneath the cement, you do have that black bridging to the midsole, and you have more cream foam on the midsole right underneath that. You got your little air bubbles on the lateral and medial sides. I know a lot of people just love the design overall of the Jordan 3, and it is a really dope looking shoe. It just looks different, and to think that this was something from 1988 is just insane. Tinker Hatfield, definitely have to take my Tinker hat off to him because the design is very special. Jordan, obviously an amazing basketball player on the court, and him wearing these, I'm sure, takes it to a whole other level. But for me, the reason why I love the Jordan 3 so much is, in my opinion, Kid Cudi just took these to the moon. He made these look a lot doper than they were to me before. I feel like he should have had some collaborations on Jordan 3s since he spent so much time wearing them and making them look cool. Anyway, before we forget, let's flip these over to the outsole. You have a classic Jordan 3 rubber outsole here. You mainly have that gray with stars all through it, and these little widget designs that kind of circle around the outsole. You know, they kind of look like widgets. Some stuff that you would see on like someone's Twitch layout. They're just like, you know, those things. Straight up Nike written here in the rear of the outsole, and this red circular portion toward the toe. Yeah, it's an iconic outsole. And you get this orange Nike Air tag that's hanging off the side. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the Jordan 3 White Cement Reimagined. Now, let's throw these on feet and see how they feel.
Baby, I'm going way back, holding your hand. These days I miss that. How could you throw that all away? Left me floating in space. I'm talking way back, toes in the sand. You know I miss that. How could you throw that all away? Left me floating in space.
These certainly feel smooth on foot. I definitely see the hype, and I appreciate that you can kind of pull these off with any fit because they're kind of basic in terms of the color scheme. It's a very versatile sneaker, and as someone who likes to get shoes dirty, I feel like they're assisting you in the journey here by giving them that pre-aged look. In regard to sizing for the Jordan 3, I went ahead and copped my usual US size 11, and the sizing is pretty much perfect on there. It almost feels like they made these for me. I feel like I usually just go true to size with any Nikes. Not that I have a ton of Nikes, but Nike size 11 is just perfect for my foot. I would totally recommend to anyone copying the Jordan 3 White Cement Reimagined, just go ahead and get true to size. And if you are a huge Jordan head, these are kind of a must-have, so go ahead and get them. They produce like 400,000 pairs, so at this moment you can still get them on the sneakers app. Hopefully that is the same by the time this video comes out. I don't know where I sit in terms of this being the sneaker of the year. There's so many dope sneakers that come out, it's hard to really just pin it to this. It's all subjective, it's all opinion based. Nobody really can say what the sneaker of the year is, especially not this early in the year. And also in terms of like publications talking about sneaker of the year, the people working at these publications largely just wear Jordan 1s. So you can't even really take their opinion seriously. We just have to wait and see. It's still very early. But so far, I will say that this is one of the cooler sneakers that I've seen this year. But again, there's so many brands out there. There's way more out there than just Jordan and Nike. People are really thinking outside the box with sneaker design, so it's hard to just say that this is a sneaker of the year. We'll spin the block on this topic later in the year, but let me know what you think currently in the comment section. Is this the sneaker of the year? And if not, what sneakers out there are topping this currently? And also, just give me your overall thoughts on the Jordan 3 White Cement Reimagined. Did you cop? Will you cop? And do you think these are worth the hype? Thank y'all for taking the time to tune in and listen to me ramble about sneakers. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate you. Remember to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and if you made it to this point in the video, comment Jeffrey. Jeffrey. Thanks again, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.